Hola compañero, welcome! Pleasure to have you here. ReiHEN PS Vita Homebrew contest has officially begun, and today we are checking out all the submissions so far. But first, I would like to send a huge thanks to everybody who supported this contest. Right now we are at $1,900 American in a prize pool. All this money will go to developers who can compete and win them. To be honest, at first I was a bit hesitant, to move forward with the contest because I wasn't sure about many things. But Vita Homebrew community proved me wrong, and it's showing us clearly that it still stays strong. And you all want to see some breathtaking releases. So one more time, big up to all of you who supported the contest. It's greatly appreciated. I would like to also mention that I have slightly adjusted the rules. Now the prize pool will be split in a ratio 45-45-10. That means 45% from the total amount of the prize pool will go towards sports, 45% to original homebrew and 10% to utility. Originally it was 50, 40 and 10, but then I've decided to change it so it's a little bit more fair. I know many people think that ports are, just ports, and these contests should exist mostly because of homebrew games, but I mean, good homebrew games are only coming at the contest, whereas ports are coming all year round. So I was thinking to give a little bit more to the ports and less to homebrews, but no, now it's 50-50 or 45-45. And I have also slightly adjusted the rule 6. Now it goes: projects publicly released before the contest start, 21st of July, are not accepted. Before there was that if you publish even the source code or binaries, it's not gonna be accepted, but I've changed that. There is still a bit of gray zone, wiggle room left for us judges to decide if any submission is at the edge. And we have already received some submissions on the edge, so let's check them all out. Here we are on the ReiHEN Homebrew Contest page, and let's go into the submissions. Here are all the submissions, and let's start with the first one. It's called Slenderina the Cellar, and it's made by Malone CZSD. Here are some screenshots, they are very dark. This is a story of Slenderina the Cellar. Try to find 8 missing old books in the dark cellar and then run to the exit. You also need to find keys to open certain doors. This is a PC version ported to the Vita. It comes in a form of a VPK that you can just install directly in your Vita shell. I have installed some game, but I'll be checking all of them in a separate video. For now, just check the submissions. Second one is a Beta QR scanner by Herman. It is a tool that can scan and generate QR codes. It comes in a form of a VPK that you can install directly in your Vita shell. Number 3 is a Dropsy Vita by Lord Chicken Blaster. Dropsy is a non-traditional take on a classic point-and-click adventure formula. Starting the game's perpetually carefree namesake clown as he explores a richly detailed world full of colorful characters and sinister secrets, doling out hacks along the way. For this game you need to supply your own game files, either from Steam or GOG version of the game. Here are some screenshots. It looks not bad. Here are all the instructions that you need to follow in order to make it work. This process is a bit more intricate because all the contestants need to stick to the rule 5. Piracy is not allowed in any form. If the project has to use copyrighted assets, the developer must not redistribute them in the VPK. They have to design a way for players to obtain the required data themselves, which is the way of aforementioned Pacha. This game looks decent, like I'm not always into point-and-click adventure games, but I mean this one looks weird, and I guess that's kinda attractive for me. Let's move on. Port number 4, Into the Breach Vita by Renegatamente. This looks like a turn-based kinda action RPG or something along those lines. I haven't tried it before, but I'll be definitely installing it. It is an Android port. You need to follow some instructions to get it running on your Vita. Here are the setup instructions. It's like the usual Android port setup instructions, but you also need to do one extra step. You need to extract lib fmodstudio.suprx plugin and put it into your UR0 data folder. I'll be looking into it in an upcoming video, stay tuned. ReiHEN is always porting like a pretty good game, so I'm looking forward to trying this out. Now we have 2 submissions that have been disqualified. This is a demo of Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness. This demo was disqualified because it was already released like 10 months ago. Here is a Reddit post on the Vita Piracy subreddit with the release, Tomb Raider Angel of Darkness of PS Vita natively. It goes against the rules, so, you know, it was disqualified. Same as the other entry from the same developer. This one, by Mr. Craft. This is a Unity framework, it's like a game development tool. This also was breaking a rule because it was released one day prior to the competition. Plus there were also some issues with the rule number 5, with the piracy rule. There was a discussion about it on the Vita Nuova Discord. I've been talking about it with other judges and we came to the conclusion that both of these entries are not eligible, unfortunately. Submission number 5 is a resolution. It is a port by Ross Crovers. Here are some screenshots. I've been already talking about this game in my video because the developer was asking me if I want to take a look at it. It was in early work in progress stage and I agreed and I kinda liked it. However, he didn't release it publicly prior to the beginning of the competition, so this entry is eligible. Here on the GitHub, as you can see, first release is from 11 hours ago, so this is indeed eligible submission. An old killer escorts a curious AI into a fractured future of chaotic combat, puzzling secrets and unsettling calm. It's a marvelous game, at least according to the description. Here you can see the PS Vita patch installation guide. It's also a bit more intricate, to avoid the piracy issues. There are some critical known issues that must be fixed. Map functionality is currently broken and there is a memory crash during a specific cinematic. There is also a low frame rate and developer is working on improving it. And there are also some minor FPS stutters in specific areas. I've been playing already this for a bit and I do really like the game itself. The port itself needs still some work, but it's very promising in my opinion. Next we have a tool that is gonna be competing in a utility category. It's called Vita PDF and it's made by Joel16. It is a simple homebrew file browser that is used for viewing various documents on a Vita. It utilizes various libraries to offer a simple and user-friendly experience. Here you can see all the features and it supports reading the following formats: PDF, XPS, etc. There are already quite a few of PS Vita tools available and I'm still very surprised when I see something like this that hasn't been done yet. Not bad either. And the last submission is an Aperture Reconstructed by Mr. Kane. This is an explicit reconstruction of Valve's classic game Portal for the PlayStation Vita. This has been achieved by standing on the shoulders of giants, and I owe a debt of thanks to Cody Andrews and his Portal implementation for Unity, as well as Valve for their life-changing game. Here are some screenshots. They look kinda impressive in my opinion. As per usual, there are some setup instructions to circumvent the piracy issues. You need to decrypt the VPK, I haven't seen this process yet, and you need to also authenticate it. And in spite of this being just a demo with first 5 chambers, I think it's also very promising, because as you can see a heart in here, he's putting a lot of heart into his homebrews. There are 2 more submissions that have been disqualified by same developer. First one is Vita Break, native port of Atari Breakout for PS Vita. It has some generic AI picture. There is a VPK included, but when you want to download it, it comes with this message. Warning, this page has been quarantined. Our system has flagged this page for additional review due to the potential suspicious behavior from the page owner. It looks like it's some kind of try my game scam. I even tried to download and install the VPK, but it was just giving me errors. Second is a Mizu Bench realistic benchmark with an object splashing on water with reflection. It's giving the same warning message, and it also cannot be installed. So both of these submissions have been disqualified. Not sure what was the point of making them and who made them, but I guess things like this cannot be avoided. That's all the latest submissions for you guys. Now I'm gonna install it and check it all out. What about you? Have you installed anything? Do you like it? I'm very pleased to see all the submissions. Every and each one of them is very special because they are all part of this contest. Some of them already look very intriguing and I can't wait to see what's coming next. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, comment, join. Thanks to all of my Patreons and joiners for their continuous support. Thanks to you for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.
No poď.
Tomasz, kamarad.